Part 1. The day I forgot everything in my big interview. Did you know 90% of people forget what they learn in just 24 hours? 6S. Imagine standing in a moment that could change your life, and your brain goes completely blank. That was me, my friend, in the biggest job interview of my life, watching my dreams slip away. From forgetting everything in that interview, I discovered a way to remember every English word in just 7 days. And today, I'm sharing that secret with you. Science says we lose 80% of new information in a day unless we use the right method. And I learned that the hard way. Let me take you back to that moment. I was 24, fresh out of college, stepping into a shiny New York office for a dream job. The room was all glass, buzzing with ambition. I'd spent weeks memorizing English phrases, practicing answers until midnight. I was ready. The interviewer, a woman with a warm smile, leaned forward and asked, "Tell me about your strengths." My heart stopped. The words I'd drilled were gone. My mind was empty. I stammered, I'm nothing. My face burned. I felt my future fading. Have you ever been there? 6S. That moment when you know the answer, but your brain betrays you. 6S. I left that room thinking I'd never be good enough, that English was too hard for me. But that failure wasn't the end. It was the spark that led me to a method that changed everything. This video isn't just about memorizing words. It's about turning embarrassment into confidence, about unlocking your brain to master English and achieve your dreams. Whether you're chasing a job, a degree, or just the ability to speak without fear, I'm going to show you how I went from blanking out to remembering everything in 1 week. One simple trick made it possible, and it's not what you think. Comment below. Have you ever frozen in a big moment like that? 6S. Yes or no? I want to hear your story. Stick with me, because the secret I found after that day will blow your mind. Part 2. Discovering the science behind why we forget so easily. Did you know 90% of what you learn vanishes in 24 hours? But one mistake I made cost me years of progress. 6. My friend, have you ever crammed for hours only to forget everything when it matters most? 6A. After bombing my big interview, I dug into the science of memory, and what I found flipped everything I thought I knew. From forgetting every English word in that moment, I unlocked a way to remember them all in just 7 days. And this video will show you how science makes it possible to learn without losing it all. Let me take you back to my wake-up call. I was 24, staring at my interview notes, wondering why my brain failed me. Scientists like Hermann Ebbinghaus found we forget up to 90% of new information in a week if we don't act fast. His forgetting curve shows memories fade quickly at first, then slow down, because your brain decides what's worth keeping. Take that time you met someone new at a party. Their name slipped away by morning unless you used it again. Or picture forgetting your lines in a work presentation, your boss staring as you stumble. That's the curve at work. I used to cram English words all night, thinking effort alone would stick. But that was my big mistake, and it cost me years of struggle. The lesson is simple. Forgetting isn't your fault. It's how your brain is wired, but you can outsmart it with the right moves. This video isn't just tips. It's your guide to beating your brain's forgetting trap, so you can speak English fluently in interviews, classes, or casual chats. Share this science with a friend who forgets too, because no one should stay stuck. Comment below. Have you ever blanked out in a big moment like a presentation? 6S. Yes or no? I want your story. Stick with me, because now that we know why we forget, the next step is grabbing your brain's attention to make those words stick forever. Part 3. Mastering attention to lock in new English words. What if a single distraction could erase hours of your hard work, but mastering one skill could make every English word stick forever? 6M. My friend, have you ever read a page of new vocabulary only to realize your mind was miles away? 6S. Now that we understand why we forget so easily, let's dive into the first key to beating it, grabbing your brain's full attention to lock in those words. From blanking out in my big interview, I built a memory that remembers everything in 7 days, and this video will guide you through the same steps, starting with attention, the foundation of it all. Let me tell you how I turned my scattered focus into a laser beam. After learning about the forgetting curve, I sat down to study English words again. But my phone buzzed, my thoughts wandered to dinner, and poof, the words were gone. Science shows that without true attention, your brain doesn't even store the information properly. It treats it like background noise. For instance, picture trying to learn the word apple while scrolling your feed. You see it, but it doesn't stick because your mind is split. Or think of a time you were in a meeting, nodding along, but later couldn't recall a thing. That's divided attention at play. I used to make the mistake of studying in a noisy room, thinking I could multitask, but that only led to more forgetting and frustration. The big lesson here is that attention is like a spotlight. Shine it fully on one thing, and your brain captures it deeply. To master it, start simple, put your phone away, sit in a quiet spot, and focus for just 5 minutes at a time, like the Pomodoro technique where you work short bursts and rest. Say the word out loud. Picture it clearly, like holding a shiny red apple in your hand, feeling its weight. This isn't just about studying harder. It's about studying smarter, turning scattered sessions into powerful ones. This video empowers you to build unbreakable focus so you can learn English words that stay, helping you shine in job talks, classes, or everyday chats without fear. Share this tip with a friend struggling to focus, because everyone deserves this edge. Comment below, do you get distracted easily when learning new words? 6S. Yes or no? Tell me your biggest distraction. Hang in there with me, because once you master attention, the next secret is breaking big lessons into bite-sized wins that your brain loves. Part 4. Slicing overwhelming lessons into simple daily bites. Have you ever felt crushed by trying to learn too much at once, only to forget it all the next day? 6S. My friend, what if you could turn those overwhelming study sessions into small, easy wins that stick forever? 6S. Now that we've mastered attention to lock in English words, let's talk about the next secret. Slicing big lessons into tiny daily bites that your brain can actually handle. From bombing my big interview and struggling to remember anything, I found a way to master English in just 7 days. And this video will show you how to make learning feel effortless and fun. Let me share a moment that changed how I learn. After figuring out the forgetting curve and focusing better, I still faced a mountain of English words for my next job application. I sat at my desk, staring at a list of 50 words, my heart sinking, thinking I had to memorize them all in one night. I tried, but by morning, I could barely recall 5. Sound familiar? 6S. Maybe you've opened a textbook, seen pages of grammar rules, and felt like giving up before you even started. Science backs this up. Your brain gets overwhelmed when you cram too much. It's like trying to eat a whole cake in one bite. You choke. I made the mistake of thinking more hours meant more progress, but that just left me exhausted. Then I tried something new. I picked just 10 words a day. I wrote them, said them out loud, used them in short sentences like, "This is my book," while holding my book. By the end of the week, I knew 70 words, and they stayed. The lesson is clear. Small bites build big results because your brain loves manageable pieces. Instead of cramming 50 words, try 5 or 10. Make a sentence for each, and feel the progress. This isn't just about learning English. It's about building confidence to tackle any challenge. From acing interviews to chatting with new friends abroad. Share this trick with someone drowning in study stress, because small steps can change their life too. Comment below. Do you try to learn too much at once? 6. Sender. Yes or no. Share your struggle. Stick with me, because now that we're slicing lessons into bites, the next secret will make those words stick like glue with a simple trick you'll wish you knew sooner. Part 5. Repetition. Reimagined with smart timing tricks. What if you could make English words stick in your brain forever with just a few minutes a day? 6. My friend, have you ever repeated a word over and over, only to find it gone when you need it most? 6. Now that we've learned to slice big lessons into small bites, let's unlock the next secret. Reimagining repetition with smart timing tricks to make your memory unstoppable. From blanking out in my big interview, I built a way to remember every English word in just 7 days. And this video will show you how to use repetition the right way to master English without the boredom. Let me take you back to a moment that flipped my approach. After figuring out how to focus and break lessons into small pieces, I still struggled to keep words in my head long term. I was learning 10 words a day, like book or friend, saying them over and over one night. But by the next week, most were fading. It felt like walking through grass. One pass leaves no mark, but stepping on the same path daily makes it permanent. Science confirms this. A method called spaced repetition says your brain needs to see information at specific intervals, like 1 day, then 3 days, then a week later, to lock it in. For example, I tried learning the word table by saying it once, and it vanished. Then I used a trick. I said table while touching my desk, then again the next day, then 3 days later, and a week after that, using an app like Anki to remind me. Suddenly, table was mine forever. I used to think repetition meant boring drills, but that was my mistake. It's about timing, not just effort. The lesson is simple. Repeat words at smart intervals, not all at once, and your brain builds a strong path to keep them. Try this. Pick 5 words today, review them tomorrow, then in 3 days, then a week, and watch them stick. This isn't just about memorizing English. It's about building a memory that powers your confidence in interviews, classes, or casual talks abroad. Share this timing trick with a friend stuck in study ruts, because it's a game changer. Comment below. Do you repeat words enough, or do they slip away? 6. Yes or no, tell me your story. Stick with me, because now that repetition is smarter. The next secret will turn those words into vivid pictures your brain can't forget. Part 6. Turning boring vocabulary into vivid mental stories. What if you could turn dry English words into stories so vivid your brain never lets them go? 6. My friend, have you ever stared at a vocabulary list, feeling like it's just a wall of letters that slip away? 6. Now that we've reimagined repetition with smart timing, let's dive into the next secret. Transforming boring words into mental stories that stick like your favorite movie. From forgetting everything in my big interview, I built a way to remember every English word in just 7 days. And this video will show you how to make learning feel like telling a tale. Let me share a moment that made words come alive for me. After mastering small bites and spaced repetition, I still found some English words dull, like chair or run. They felt lifeless on paper. One day, I sat in my room, frustrated, trying to memorize chair. I used to think just reading it 10 times would work, but it didn't. It was like memorizing a phone number with no meaning. Then I learned your brain loves stories, not lists, because stories carry feelings and pictures. Scientists say we remember images and emotions 60% better than plain facts. So, I tried something new, I pictured a talking chair in my room, wobbling and saying, "I'm your chair. Sit on me." I laughed, imagined it dancing, and suddenly, chair wasn't just a word, it was a memory. Another time, for run, I saw myself sprinting through a park, wind in my hair, chasing a golden sunset. That image locked the word in. The lesson is clear. Turn every word into a tiny story or picture, and your brain holds it tight. Try this. Pick a word like apple. Don't just read it. See yourself biting into a crisp, red apple, juice dripping, the taste bright. This isn't just about vocabulary. It's about making English a part of your life, so you can speak with ease in job talks, school, or friendly chats across the world. Share this storytelling trick with a friend who hates word lists, because it's like magic. Comment below. Have you ever forgotten a word because it felt boring? 6S. Yes or no? Share your toughest word. Stick with me, because now that words are stories, the next secret will make you use them in real life to seal them forever. Part 7. Practicing English in everyday moments that matter. What if you could make English words a living part of your day, so they never slip away again? 6S. My friend, have you ever learned a word in a book, but when you tried to use it, your tongue froze? 6SS. Now that we've turned boring vocabulary into vivid stories, let's unlock the next secret. Practicing English in everyday moments that matter to make your memory bulletproof. From forgetting everything in my big interview, I built a way to master English in just 7 days, and this video will show you how to bring words to life so you never lose them. Let me take you back to a day that changed how I saw learning. After mastering repetition and storytelling, I still struggled to use words in real conversations. They stayed stuck in my notebook. One morning, I went to a coffee shop, holding my cup, and the word cup felt flat, like it didn't belong to me. I used to think practicing meant finding a teacher or a class, but that was my mistake. It kept me waiting for the perfect moment. Science says your brain keeps words best when you use them in real situations, because it ties them to experiences, not just pages. So, I tried something new. I looked at my coffee cup and whispered, "This is my cup," 3 times, feeling the warm ceramic in my hands. Later, at home, I said to my mirror, "This is my chair," while sitting down, grinning at how silly it felt. Another time, I described my lunch. "This is my sandwich. Bread, cheese, so good." Those words stopped being strangers. They became mine. The lesson is simple. Practice English with the things around you every day. Your cup, your chair, your walk to work, and your brain will hold them forever. Try this. Today, pick one word, like door, and say, "This is my door." As you touch it, make it real. This isn't just about words. It's about building confidence to speak English in interviews, classes, or chats with new friends abroad. Share this practice trick with someone shy about speaking, because it's easier than they think. Comment below. Do you struggle to use English words in real life? 6S. Yes or no? Tell me one word you want to own. Stick with me, because now that you're practicing in real moments, the next secret will turn memory into a daily habit that changes your life. Part 8. Creating habits that transform your memory forever. What if a 5-minute daily habit could turn your brain into a memory machine that never forgets? 6S. My friend, have you ever started strong with learning English, only to stop and lose everything a week later? 6SS. Now that we've learned to practice English in everyday moments, let's unlock the final secret. Creating habits that transform your memory forever, making English a natural part of your life. From blanking out in my big interview, I built a way to master every English word in just 7 days. And this video will show you how to make memory a habit that powers your dreams. Let me share the moment that sealed my journey. After mastering attention, small bites, repetition, stories, and real-life practice, I still fell back into old patterns. studying hard one day, then skipping a week. I'd learn words like window or smile, but without consistency, they'd fade. I used to think I needed big study sessions to make progress, but that was my mistake. It left me tired and forgetful. Science shows that small, daily habits are 80% more effective for long-term memory than cramming, because your brain thrives on routine. So, I made a promise to myself, just 5 minutes a day. No matter what, every morning, I'd pick 3 words, like door, cup, friend, say them out loud, make a quick sentence, and picture them like opening a bright red door. At night, I'd review them while brushing my teeth, tying the habit to something I already do. In 1 month, I knew 90 words. In a year, over 1,000, and they stayed. The lesson is clear. Make memory a daily habit, like eating or sleeping, and your brain will reward you with confidence and fluency. Try this. Start with 3 words today. Say them in the morning. Use them during your day. And review them before bed, even on your busiest days. This isn't just about English. It's about building a mind that can conquer any challenge, from nailing job interviews to speaking with ease anywhere in the world. Share this habit trick with a friend who keeps quitting, because it's the key to lasting change. Comment below. Will you commit to 5 minutes a day to transform your memory? 6S. Yes or no? Tell me your first 3 words. My friend, you've learned the secrets from attention to habits. Now it's time to take these steps. Start small and watch your English soar, because your journey to fluency begins today.